Hey all, today we're looking at the Pachmayr aluminum competition speed loader. Let's get into it. Now, if you like this content, like, sub, shares, all that good stuff, I really appreciate it. Also down below, coupon codes and merch that help support the channel. So, Pachmayr came out with their own brand of or their own version of a speed loader a little while ago, and I'm going to talk about it and talk about if I think it's going to compete with like an HKS or the 5-star. So this is an aluminum speed loader, and it works with a knob. It's got a really nice big knob here on the top that is all knurled. And basically what you do is to release the rounds, you would spin it to the left, and then to lock the rounds in place, you spin it to the right. And that's pretty much it. You load the rounds in, lock them in, and then just do that in reverse to use it. So very simple design, but it has worked for many years with a variety of different speed loader brands. Machining on this is really nice. I like the blue anodizing. It's very, attractive looking speed loader, I guess I'll say. I don't know how else to describe it. It's definitely something that looks like it's a premium quality. Unfortunately, and anytime that this speed loader gets brought up in a review or someone talking about it, the stiffness almost always gets brought up. So it has a little rubber gasket down in here that's supposed to help keep the rounds be quiet, or at least I'm assuming that that's what it's supposed to do. And it does do a really nice job of that. I'm sitting here loading this back up, which is some miscellaneous 38 through 57 I have, which this is for the King Cobra, Smith& Wesson K-frames, and the K6S. That's the version I got, right? So we're going to lock it in place, and there's no sound. There's no movement. It's very quiet. I'll even hold it up to my microphone. No movement, no sound at all. It's definitely holding those rounds really firmly in place and really quietly in place so that if this is in a pocket or on a belt, you're not going to sound like a maraca like you will with the 5 stars, which is my only major complaint about them, is the fact that they're quite loud. To use the speed loader, all you do, pop open your cylinder, right? Drop your speed loader in like so, seats in, turn the speed loader to the left, or the knob to the left, and the rounds drop in like so, and that's it. So here's the fatal flaw with the design. The little rubber gasket holds the rounds in very tight. In fact, too tight. And when I first got this speed loader, actually it's my second one because I contacted Pachmayr and they sent me a replacement. It was so stiff. It was very stiff to lock the rounds, and then releasing the rounds was so stiff that it basically, I was putting so much force on the knob trying to release it, I was getting worried I was going to damage the gun. I contacted Pachmayr and said, "Hey, is this normal?" And they're like, "Oh no, it's not. Whatever. We'll send you a replacement." Okay, well, that's the replacement, and it was still very stiff. In fact, I originally shot this review not having done the one thing I did to it to make it a little bit better, and basically it was to the point where I didn't even like sticking it in the gun because it was a lot of effort to release them. Since spraying it with silicone, which is kind of the magic fix that everyone online talks about, which when I asked Pachmayr about that, the representative claimed they had never heard about anybody doing that, despite Amazon and many other places that allowed for reviews, and in fact some publications mentioning doing that. After spraying with silicone, it has greatly improved the issue, and it is now pretty easy to release. Not as smooth as I would like, and not as smooth as 5-star or HKS, but it's better than it was. Here's my end thoughts on this. And again, this is kind of a sad review and it's going on too long, so I'll try and wrap this up quick. I suspect by using this speed loader, if I leave this loaded for, a little while and I keep using it and I keep turning it, that it'll probably loosen up a little bit more and maybe get to the point where it's serviceable. Except for the fact that I've already, one, this is like a $20 speed loader. Two, I've had to go out and buy silicone lubricant to lubricate the O-ring to get it to this point. And three, this, the HKS, is half the price and works. I've not lubed it. I've not done anything. Yes, I've sanded this one down. This is a project I'm working on. But it works without issue. And all I had to do was open the packaging and put bullets in it. Same thing with the 5-star. All I did was open it up, load it, and it works fine. So, and the 5-star is obviously about the same price as the Pachmayr, but my point is, there's other speed loader brands out there that work without lubrication, without testing, without having to try and figure out, what to do to make them work. Here's one final thing I want to talk about why for me, even though it kind of now works, it still fail for me. Being stiffer and probably about double the stiffness of say an HKS or a 5 star, that's a fail for me because in competition, and they call it a competition speed loader, you're going to want to the fastest possible. It's not this. In self-defense, you don't want something that you have to put a good bit of torque on to work or whatever. Maybe your hands are sweaty. Maybe your hand just got smashed with a baseball bat and you don't have the best dexterity right now. You want something that's going to be smooth and you know is going to work, not something you have to wonder about, oh, is there enough lubricant on it that it's going to be smooth, or has it dried out because it's been sitting in my pocket for 6 months? So for me, unfortunately, as nicely designed as this speed loader is, it's a fail. But put down below, have you had good experience with them? Is there, something else people do to break them in? Again, I might do an update review in the future after leaving this loaded like this for, a little bit, see if that breaks in that O-ring and kind of loosens it up a little bit. But put down below what you think, if you had good luck or bad luck or other speed loaders that you've had good luck with, and have a good day.